This is my Kyosho MR04 Ball Diff, the stock one. That's the part number. I am going to convert this to a 64 pitch PN Spur, the black or the yellow one. That's the part number. Yeah. Okay, there's the E-clip. Put that there. This is the pressure plate. And this is the carrier for the pressure plate. I'm gonna call it hub. I really don't know what it's called, so I'm just gonna call it a hub, okay? Easier for me. The pressure plate and the hub. What we want is to have the hub below the pressure plate. Something like that, okay? Why? Because when we put this on, this hub is going to hit the spur bearing. So we don't want that there. We want it out of the way on both sides. To do that, we want to sand down this part, right? This is a 400 grit sandpaper, and you need a solid platform like a kitchen counter or your setup board, and then put the sandpaper on it, put water, and then sand it down, right? But for me, I'm not going to do that because doing this takes a long time. I will use my Dremel, but you're on your own if you do this, okay? Because you can cut yourself with the tool to trim this, so you're gonna have to do this on your own. Like I said, use the sandpaper and then just sand it. Okay, right now I'm going to use the Dremel. So how I'm doing it is I use the pliers to hold the hub and then the Dremel at slow speed, and then I'm cutting it this way. Okay, like that. And you want to be able to make sure that you're not going too low, okay? Because we're not trying to remove all of it. Okay, now let's check that. Ooh, it's almost there. Yeah, this thing takes forever. Remember to put safety goggles on when you're going to use a Dremel. Okay, so that's how you want it. You want the hub lower than the pressure plate. I hope you can see it. Okay, that's how you want that. It's even if you use a sandpaper, but you don't really need it even. Okay, now I'm gonna do the other one. This side, you don't need to remove a lot of materials on it, on the hub, just a little bit. Should be okay. But let's check it. Yep. This one took maybe 1 minute to do with the Dremel, okay? But this one took like 3 minutes. With the sandpaper, man, maybe 1 hour. It takes forever. Okay, next, we want to put the pressure plate on the hub. But first, make sure we clean that because we're going to glue it. There's the glue that I'm going to use. I use this for my tires, for the body. This is actually the only glue I have, so I use it for everything. Why do we want to super glue it? Well, the pressure plate is circled, it's not notched, so this pressure plate can spin on the hub. So now when this is not glued, this pressure plate can actually slip on the hub. when you're turning it, trying to feel the diff, and it feels like it's slipping. Sometimes it's not because of the balls are slipping, it's because of the pressure plate spinning on the hub, and we don't want that. We only want this diff balls to slip, not the pressure plate slipping on the hub. Okay, it doesn't matter which way you can flip this pressure plate. Sand this down with the 400 grit sandpaper. That's like 10 seconds. But you see how this part is already scuffed up, but this is still shiny. That means you gotta go do it some more until all of that pressure plate surface is scuffed up. It's getting there, but a little bit more. What I'm doing is I'm making sure that the surface of the pressure plate is even with the scuff mark, so that when the balls ride on the pressure plate, all of them are evenly riding on the pressure plate. Initially, you don't need to spend this long. Oh, you know what? On a brand new ball diff, yeah, you're gonna spend quite a while to flatten, to even out the pressure plate. See that? It's a little bit more right there. It's still a little shiny. So I'm gonna work on that. Why do you want it scuffed up like that? So that the ball has grip on the pressure plate. If it's shiny and polished, and then you're spinning it, oh, it's so smooth, you know, that you don't feel anything when you're turning the wheel on both ends of the diff, and you're spinning it and it feels so smooth like there's nothing in it. That means go back and scuff it up with the, don't polish the plates, scuff it, so that when you spin the wheel, you can feel that grainy, like that. That's the balls rolling on the scuffed up surface. Now, if it feels shiny, it's because the balls are riding on the shiny stuff right there, the groove, and it's already polished. It's smooth, so you don't have, the balls doesn't have that grip to grab onto the pressure plate. Oh my gosh, this diff thing, I'm over explaining stuff. Let's just get this over with. I figured I should just share that information since I'm already here. Oh yeah, okay, cool. Now it's this turn. See that groove right there? That there, and maybe I need to use this old tire. Yep, I need to use it. This one should be quicker because I've used this plate before on this side. So I've scuffed this side before. That should be good actually. Yep, see, the groove is gone. Okay. Now let's put it together. I've already glued it. Carbide diff balls. Kyosho grease. Okay, not much. Not a lot of grease. You just want to have a little bit of grease in there. You don't want to put too much grease, because now instead of the ball rolling on the plate, it's just sliding because there's too much grease. So you don't want to put too much. Okay, the E-clip is back on. Tighten it a little bit. Oh, that's too tight. Oh yeah. Can even hear it. Okay, so that's how you convert your stock Kyosho 48 pitch spur to a PN 64 pitch spur. This one will work, same exact thing, because this is also a PN spur, 64 pitch. Okay, yep, that's it for this video. Thanks.